Do you ever get that feeling like
Yeah.
you're just kind of going through the motions?
Oh, absolutely. Wake up, work, bills, lists, repeat. It's like the same thing day in, day out.
Exactly. And you start to feel like, who even am I outside of all these tasks?
Yeah.
Like the real you, the curious, sparky you is kind of getting buried under all the doing.
It's such a common feeling, isn't it? This modern treadmill effect. Everything becomes a blur. And yeah, you lose touch with yourself beyond the job title or the endless to-do list.
Yeah, it really feels like something's missing sometimes, like a bit of color or energy.
Totally. You start wondering, okay, is this it? And you get this craving for something more, something to light that spark again, bring back some actual joy.
And what if that missing piece isn't some huge life change, but something, I don't know, smaller, more accessible?
Well, that's exactly what we're digging into today. We've been looking through all this material you guys shared, articles, studies, personal stories, and they all seem to point to this really powerful thing, finding and really engaging with hobbies and passions.
Hobbies. Okay, yeah. I mean, for some people, that word might sound a bit old-fashioned, or maybe just like killing time.
Right. Like it's just something to fill the hours. But honestly, what all this stuff we looked at shows is that it's way, way more than that. It's not about being idle.
Okay, so it's deeper.
Absolutely. The insights we've gathered point to real, tangible benefits for your head, your sense of purpose, even your physical health, your connections with people. It's about actively feeding your soul, bringing some genuine bliss back.
All right, so that's our mission for this deep dive then. Based on everything you shared, we're going to unpack the big ideas. Why hobbies are so crucial for finding purpose and joy again.
Yeah, and look at all the benefits that go way beyond just having fun. We'll get into the psychology of it too, like what makes some passions really good for you and others. Maybe not so much.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And practical stuff too, like how to actually find one that fits.
Definitely. Practical steps, looking at the huge variety of things out there, and then really reflecting on the kind of transformative effect they can have.
Okay, let's get into it. Starting with that big question. Why do hobbies actually matter so much? Especially for finding purpose and, well, joy.
Because, like you said right at the start, it's just so easy to fall into that going through the motions trap in today's world. Work, money, errands, family stuff. It eats up your day. Right?
All the energy, all the time. It just gets allocated to things you have to do.
Exactly. And somewhere in all that, the real you, the person you are when you're not being an employee or a parent or whatever roles you're juggling it, can feel like it's just fading away.
Yeah, I get that.
So hobbies step in as something vital. They're things you do by choice because you're curious or interested, not because someone told you to. One source called it an act of self-reclamation.
Self-reclamation, I like that.
Yes. When you do a hobby, you're connecting back to what you genuinely like, what you want to explore or learn or make, just because it feels good. It's fulfilling because it brings you back to yourself. It gives you space to grow in ways your daily grind might not.
That makes total sense. Your job might use, I don't know, your analytical skills, right? And home life needs nurturing skills.
Yeah.
But a hobby that can tap into totally different parts of you.
Right. Skills you didn't know you had, or interests you thought were just silly. Maybe you discover you love painting, or you're actually really good at fixing bikes, or you get fascinated by bird songs.
And this connection to yourself, you're saying it links directly to purpose.
Deeply. The material really highlights this. Having a sense of purpose isn't just some nice idea, it's fundamental for well-being, health, even how long you live. The research we looked at shows people with a strong sense of purpose. They tend to be happier, healthier, and yeah, they even live longer.
Wow. Okay, so purpose gives meaning, helps you handle tough stuff.
Exactly. It makes you feel like you're contributing something, even if it's just your own growth or making something beautiful or being part of a community.
So if you're feeling stuck or bored with the routine, a hobby isn't just a distraction. Based on this stuff, it's like a path back to purpose.
A really powerful, accessible path. It's like making a statement to yourself. This thing I enjoy, it matters. I matter beyond just my responsibilities.
Right. It shifts your focus from just getting through the day to actually engaging with something meaningful and energizing.
Precisely. And the knock-on effects are huge. When we talk benefits, it's not just fun, it's a whole spectrum.
Okay, let's break those down. Starting with the psychological side, which sounds like it's a really big piece.
It really is. First off, there's just the power of discovering stuff. Hobbies let you explore what genuinely lights you up, what resonates deep down.
Like trying things out, seeing what clicks.
Yeah, picking up a camera, digging in the garden, starting to write. Just the process of exploring these interests is fulfilling in itself. You're not just filling time, you're learning about you.
And that leads to feeling like you've actually achieved something.
Oh, absolutely. Think about finally nailing something tricky, learning that hard chord on the guitar, baking bread that actually looks good, holding a yoga pose you've been working on.
Yeah, those moments feel great.
They're not small things. They're real wins. They build your confidence, show you that you can learn and grow no matter what. It proves progress is possible.
And those little wins add up, don't they? They fight that feeling of being stuck.
Totally. They show you're still capable, still growing. And another huge thing is how hobbies help with stress and anxiety. Life's overwhelming sometimes, right? Work pressure, money worries, relationships. Always something. A hobby gives you a healthy escape hatch, a personal space where you can just step away from the demands and focus on the present moment, on the thing you're doing. It's like hitting the pause button to recharge.
Like building a little mental island where the to-do list can't reach you for a bit.
Exactly. And it's interesting, the sources point out it's not just about reducing bad stress. Hobbies can bring in good stress too, what they call eustress.
Eustress, healthy stress.
Yeah. If your routine feels a bit blah, a hobby offers challenge, excitement. It's stress that motivates you, pushes you, but doesn't feel draining like chronic worry does. It's engaging, but fun. You're stretching yourself rewardingly.
Okay. So it's not about zero stress, but the right kind of stress, the kind that energizes.
Precisely. And flowing from that, hobbies just naturally bring pleasure and joy. You choose them because they feel good. This lifts your mood, adds to your overall happiness. It brings back that childlike playfulness we often lose.
Yeah, that ability to just get lost in something fun.
And often that joy comes from what the sources call gratifications, activities that use your skills and can lead to flow.
Flow state. We hear that term a lot.
It's that deep immersion, right?
Yeah.
You're so absorbed, time disappears, worries fade. You're just in it. It's almost meditative.
Wow.
Super powerful for cutting stress and boosting well-being. Hobbies are prime territory for hitting flow regularly.
That feeling sounds amazing, especially when we're all so easily distracted now.
It's incredibly restorative. And finally, on the psych side, the material really stresses how hobbies fight burnout. They give you a healthy outlet for chronic stress, especially from work.
Something positive to look forward to.
Exactly. A break from the pressure, a space to feel competent and happy. It minimizes that feeling of being totally overwhelmed. One source used a great phrase like, building an ark against the flood of modern demands.
Wow. So it's not just nice to have, it's like essential maintenance for your mental health.
Pretty much, yeah. And beyond the mind stuff, there are actual physical health benefits too, especially with nature-based hobbies.
That makes sense. Getting outside, moving, feels good.
It does, and the research backs it up. The sources say connecting with nature is inherently calming, cuts stress, boosts mood, all good for physical health. And doing physical stuff in nature, it makes you want to exercise more. It doesn't feel like a chore.
Yeah, like going for a walk in the woods versus being on a treadmill staring at a wall. Big difference.
Huge difference. The environment itself helps. And the sources list specific benefits. More energy, fewer aches, better skin, better digestion, stronger immune system, basically contributing to longer-term health. There was even stuff about lower cortisol and heart rates from just being in forests. Nature really does seem to nurture us.
Okay, mind and body covered. What about connecting with other people? Social stuff.
Ah, yes. Because while some hobbies are great solo, a lot of them are fantastic ways to meet people and build relationships.
This is where it can really change your social life, huh?
Totally. The sources show loads of activities naturally connect you with people who share your specific interests. Your kind of people, you know?
And friendships built on a shared passion feel. Different, maybe easier. You already have something you're both excited about.
Exactly. The conversation just flows. You can share the fun, learn together, encourage each other, celebrate the small wins. The sources talk about finding your tribe.
Finding your tribe, I really like that. A place where you don't have to explain why you're excited about, I don't know, fancy yarn or the weird bird you saw.
Right, because they get it. It gives you that sense of belonging. Having a community where you feel safe to explore that part of yourself is super energizing. These groups offer support, advice when you're stuck, inspiration. They can be a real refuge.
A ready-made community around something positive. And these connections might be different from your work friends or family, adding another dimension to your life.
Yeah, definitely. And okay, joining a new group can feel a bit scary at first, right? Especially if it's been a while. But being brave enough to just show up, that's usually the hardest bit.
Everyone probably felt awkward at the start.
Exactly. And the payoff is finding people who cheer you on, who understand the frustrations, who offer support, maybe even beyond the hobby itself.
That's really nice. Building friendships based on shared joy. And that interaction must spark ideas too.
Oh, for sure. Talking about your projects or experiences with others, it fuels new ideas, helps you see things differently.
Yeah, seeing how someone else does something.
Yeah,
You learn new tricks, right?
totally. You might find a new technique or a smarter way to do something just by chatting, or you just feel more confident explaining your own way. It keeps you from getting stuck in a rut. One source called it cross-pollination for the soul.
Cross-pollination for the soul. Love it. So the social side is about friendship and learning together.
Precisely. Now, while just doing something enjoyable is good, the sources get deeper into the psychology, saying not all engagement is equally beneficial. Which brings us to this research on passion, specifically the dualistic model of passion.
Passion, that word sounds intense, like you have to be obsessed. But you're saying it's more nuanced.
Yeah, this model defines it specifically. Passion is a strong pull towards something you love, value, put time and energy into, and this is key. It becomes part of your identity. It's more than just liking it, it's part of who you are.
Okay, deep commitment, part of your self-concept. Got it.
Right. And the model splits this into two types, based on how it fits into your life and identity.
Harmonious passion and obsessive passion. Heard those terms.
Exactly. Let's start with harmonious passion, HP. This is the healthy kind. You do it mostly out of pure love, genuine enjoyment. It fits smoothly with the rest of your life.
Feels natural, freely chosen.
Yeah. And when you're doing it with HP, you feel good during the activity, focused in flow, feeling joy, contentment.
Uplifting while you're doing it.
Right. And here's the kicker. HP brings benefits that spill over into other parts of your life. The studies show links to better friendships, better relationships, better health, higher overall well-being beyond the hobby. It adds value without taking away from other important things.
So harmonious passion is like a total win-win. Feels good, makes life better overall.
That's what the evidence suggests, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, contrast that with obsessive passion, OP. Here, the drive isn't just love. It's internal or external pressure.
Pressure. Like what?
Could be needing validation, feeling you have to be good at it to be liked or respected, or tying your self-worth entirely to how well you do in the hobby. Like, if I mess this up, I'm a failure as a person.
Oof. So it feels less like choice, more like compulsion or proving something.
That's a big part of it. You become less mindful during the activity because you're busy judging yourself, worrying what others think, fixated on the outcome instead of the process. And crucially, OP tends to conflict with other parts of your life. It gets rigid, demanding.
Sounds like it starts to take over, maybe pushing other important things aside.
Yeah, that's really common with OP. It dictates your life in an unhealthy way. And psychologically, while doing it, you feel less positive emotion, more frustration, anxiety, you obsess over mistakes. And sadly, OP often leads to negative stuff outside the hobby too. Strained relationships, low well-being, even burnout from the hobby itself.
Wow. Burnout from something you're supposedly passionate about. That's intense.
That's a stark contrast, right? One type enriches life, the other can become a source of stress.
Yeah.
And the research summary is pretty clear. Happier people tend to be passionate. They meet those core criteria in more areas of their life. But crucially, their passion for those enjoyable things, hobbies, work they love, relationships, is much more harmonious.
So it's not just having passions, but how you relate to them. The quality matters most.
Exactly. It's about having enjoyable things you're invested in and engaging with them in that healthy, integrated, freely chosen way. HP predicts positive emotions, which builds well-being. OP predicts negative feelings and undermines it.
That's huge. It means finding a hobby you love and approaching it harmoniously isn't just fun. It could actually shift your whole emotional baseline for the better.
And remember the bit about autonomous regulation for chores. It shows you don't have to be passionate about everything.
Right. Nobody's passionately loving scrubbing the toilet.
Exactly. The power comes from cultivating HP in the enjoyable stuff, like hobbies, and then tackling the necessary but dull stuff with a sense of choice and value. I choose to do this because X is important to me, rather than feeling forced.
Okay, this is all super motivating. But for someone feeling lost, maybe hasn't had a real hobby in ages, how do you actually find one? Where do you start?
Yeah, that's a big hurdle. The sources offer some really practical, gentle steps.
What's first?
Maybe look back at your childhood. What did you absolutely love doing as a kid before all the adult stuff piled on? Drawing, building things, collecting stuff, tinkering. Those early loves often hold clues.
Okay. Tapping into that early pure joy. Then what?
Then, crucially, give yourself permission to just try stuff. No pressure. You don't have to commit forever or be amazing right away. The goal is just exploration, seeing if you enjoy the doing.
Right, don't aim for perfection on day one.
Exactly. Try an intro class, borrow gear, try a simple version, photography with your phone, a short local hike, one new recipe, a free language app. If it doesn't grab you, no big deal. Drop it, try something else. It's all trial and error.
So how do you know if something is clicking? If it might be the one?
A big clue the sources mention is, notice what makes you lose track of time. Ever get so into something that hours just vanish, but you feel refreshed, not drained?
Yeah, that feeling.
That's a really strong signal. It often means you're hitting that flow state. That's a good sign it could be a passion.
Okay, pay attention to time vanishing. Good tip.
You can also narrow things down by thinking in categories, indoors or outdoors, building or creating, music or words, physical activity. Thinking like that makes the options less overwhelming.
And don't break the bank trying things out.
Definitely not. Start small, start simple, tiny project, easy goal. Borrow gear if you can. Try cheap supplies first. Low risk is key at the start.
Makes sense. What about finding inspiration?
Look around. Watch YouTube tutorials, browse Etsy or craft fairs, check out online forums like Reddit for specific interests, see what other people are doing, what gets them excited.
And talk to people you know.
Absolutely. Ask friends, family, colleagues what they do for fun. You might get surprising ideas, maybe even find someone to try something with or who can teach you basics.
Good idea. And look locally, too.
Yeah. Community centers, libraries, cafes often have notice boards for groups or classes. Art shops, craft stores sometimes do too.
And if you still can't find a group for your niche interest?
The sources even say, consider starting your own. Social media makes it easier than ever to find other people nearby who might share that quirky interest.
Okay, so the main theme is explore, experiment without judging yourself, notice what grabs you, and just be brave enough to try stuff.
That's pretty much it. Keep trying until something clicks and lights you up.
And that exploration opens up this huge world of possibilities. The sources mention so many different types of hobbies. Maybe we can group them a bit.
Good idea. We talked about social connections, so there's that whole group of inherently social hobbies.
Right, like joining a swimming group, a bird-watching club, a golf league, a hiking group.
A choir, a running club, maybe an amateur sports team like basketball. They have that built-in community aspect.
Then there are the creative and skill-based ones. Making stuff, learning things.
Huge category. Whittling, painting, gardening, writing, playing an instrument, guitar, piano, whatever. Pottery, knitting, crochet, cross-stitch, sewing.
Woodworking, model trains, stained glass, photography, drawing, origami, calligraphy.
Dry flower arranging, baking, cooking, BBQ. Loads of ways to create something tangible or develop a specific craft. Very satisfying.
And delicious in some cases. Then nature-based hobbies, reconnecting with the outdoors.
Super important, as we said. Calming, stress-reducing, mood-boosting, good for physical health.
So things like walking or hiking in parks or on trails, gardening, even if it's just pots on a balcony.
Bird watching, nature photography, even just with your phone. Outdoor yoga or meditation.
Or more active stuff like surfing, kayaking, paddleboarding, trail running, fly fishing, or just exploring botanical gardens.
Exactly. All ways to get grounded and find peace in nature. And finally, this fascinating category of mindful hobbies.
Right, the ones that are like active meditation. Good for people who find sitting still hard.
Precisely. Activities that naturally demand your focus, pulling you into the present. The key is the concentration required.
So gardening and yoga fit here too.
Yep. Also things like Tai Chi, Qigong, even skateboarding, like that quote, be in the moment or fall off. Walking, meditation.
Archery maybe. Needs focus.
Definitely. Repetitive crafts like knitting or cross-stitch. Riding a motorcycle, especially in nature. Playing music. Journaling, drawing.
Photography, rowing, paddling, trail running. Things that demand presence.
Rock climbing, absolutely. Even some video games with focused tasks. Calligraphy, ikebana flower arranging. One source mentioned ironing, if done mindfully. Ice baths, sauna.
Wow, it really can be almost anything that requires focus.
Yeah, the core idea is finding something where the activity itself anchors your attention and quiets the mental chatter. It offers similar benefits to meditation, but through action.
Okay, so you explore, you find something, maybe connect with others. What's the big picture, the overall impact?
The sources are really clear. It's profound. Finding a hobby isn't just adding an activity. It's described as a path to self-discovery, healing from stress, and finding consistent joy.
And these good feelings aren't just contained to the hobby time, they spread out.
They absolutely ripple out. You find yourself becoming more patient generally, more inspired, maybe more energized for work. Your confidence grows from mastering things, and that carries over. You start seeing challenges differently, maybe as opportunities.
And you feel more connected to yourself.
Yes, to that core self, the one expressing interest freely. And often, through nature or community hobbies, more connected to the world around you too.
It sounds like it's reminding you what life's really about.
Exactly that. The sources say life isn't just about working and surviving. It's for experiencing, creating, connecting, thriving. Hobbies are how you actively choose that. Choose nourishment, self-expression, and genuine bliss.
So if you're feeling that stuck, going through the motions thing, finding a hobby could be one of the most important things you do.
It's presented that way, not a luxury, but vital for a fulfilling life, a step towards being truly you.
Okay, let's try and pull the main threads together from this deep dive based on all that material you shared.
Right. We started with that feeling of being on autopilot and saw how hobbies fight that by giving you purpose, which is key for happiness and health.
Then we looked at all the benefits beyond just fun. Big boost for psychological well-being, accomplishment, stress relief, good stress, eustress, more joy, getting into flow, plus physical benefits from activity and nature.
And the social side, finding your tribe, building community, learning from each other. Then the deeper psychology. Harmonious passion, enriching life. Obsessive passion, potentially causing problems. Engaging harmoniously is the goal.
Finding your hobby means exploring, trying things without pressure, noticing what makes time fly, maybe looking at categories, starting small, getting inspired, and connecting with others.
And the sheer variety. Social, creative, skill-based, nature-focused, mindful activities. So many options.
And ultimately, it's more than just an activity. It's self-discovery, healing, choosing joy. It changes you more patience, confidence, inspiration, connection.
It really is like saying, my joy, my growth, it matters.
Yeah. You described it earlier as like an ongoing love letter to yourself, written through doing things that feed your soul and show you who you are.
Exactly. It constantly reveals new things about yourself and what brings you bliss.
So maybe the thought to leave everyone with is this. What's one tiny step? Maybe just thinking about it, maybe a quick online search, maybe asking a friend. What's one step you can take today to start writing that letter?
To start exploring what might nourish your soul, bring you more authentic bliss.
We really hope digging into all this material you shared has given you some useful insights, maybe some inspiration about just how powerful hobbies can be.
And we look forward to exploring more topics together in future deep dives.